Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great morning. I hope you practiced yesterday's session. In fact, let me start off today's session by telling you I happened to be in the OPD yesterday for lung disease, and I happened to speak to a couple of doctors, and we were talking about COPD, and he took me around his patient weight room, and we were looking at patients in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, a lot of them with pneumonia patches in their lungs, some of them with tumors, everything we spoke about, basically, emphysema, COPD, and all of that stuff. And he was saying, just by looking at all of them and watching their chest rise, you can notice how they are unable to breathe the right way. So when you're unable to breathe the right way, your organs have to compensate, okay? Because like I said, trillions of cells need one thing, oxygen. We can live without water for a while. We can live without food for a while. But try living without oxygen for more than 3 to 4 minutes, right? You're gonna die. It's our life force, and that's why we need to respect our lungs so much, and we need to train our lungs. It's working for us every second of the day while we're awake, while we sleep, and what we don't use, we lose. So we have to understand that 5 or 10 minutes a day, it is mandatory to give to the health of our lungs. And like I said, once you learn these breathing exercises and you keep practicing it, after a while, you won't really have to do that because you're trained to breathe the right way. When you're in a stressful situation, you will figure that you automatically breathe the right way that you're trained to. And when you're just, lazing around, you're doing nothing, you'll also find that, there are deep inhales, there are deep exhales. So we got to train the lungs to work the right way. Anyway, I hope you practiced yesterday's 3 exercises. Today, we're going to do 3 more, and tomorrow we'll do a review of all of them, okay? So today is something that a lot of you would have already done. It's just plain deep breathing, where we do an inhale, a gentle inhale. Now, everyone's capacity is different. Like, I may be able to get 8 seconds for a complete inhale. You may be able to get 9 or 10. Someone else may be able to get 5 or 6. It doesn't matter. It's not a competition. It doesn't mean the more inhale you have, the healthier you are. But it does definitely reflect on the strength of your lungs. So we want our lungs to have a capacity. Like, let's give it an example of blood pressure, okay? Our hearts, with that one pump of blood, should be able to send blood to trillions of cells in the human body, which means a healthier person with a healthier heart has a lower heart rate of maybe in their 40s and their 50s. That means they have a very, very healthy heart rate. One pump, okay, and blood can reach all the trillion cells in the human body. But people with higher heart rates of 80, 90, 100, 120, that means the heart has to work so hard, pump so many times, multiple times, to send blood to trillions of cells in the human body. And what does blood carry? Oxygen from the air that you breathe and nutrients from the food that you eat. So the same thing with the lungs. We should be able to take that one powerful inhale, okay, hold it for a while, and one powerful exhale. That means our lungs are strong enough to oxygenate, create the respiratory exchange between carbon dioxide and oxygen. So let's get straight into the first exercise. It's a normal inhale, and then I want you to hold, okay? And then exhale slowly. Now, I'm not going to give you a count on the hold. Usually an example could be, let's say if you inhale for 3 seconds, okay, hold to your comfort. I don't want you to hold so much that you, or exhale faster. Your exhale should actually be in line with your inhale or even slower than your inhale. So plan your hold accordingly. Now remember, if you are the person who constantly gets breathless, then you want to keep your hold minimum. You may not be able to hold, that's okay. Then just take an inhale and a slow exhale. An inhale and a slow exhale. As your lungs get stronger, you will be able to master the hold. So right now, take your own pace. We do 3 breaths together. Take an inhale, hold. It's not a competition. When you feel you need to let the carbon dioxide out through your nostrils, the entire exercise is through your nostrils. You want to exhale. You want to train your lungs to exhale nice and slow. Okay, you don't want to push it out. You don't want to gasp it out. You want to train it nice and slow. So let's say if your inhale is about 3 seconds, ideally your exhale should be around 5 to 6 seconds, usually double of your inhale. But today, if you don't get that right, if your inhale is 3 seconds and your exhale is 3 seconds, that's absolutely fine. We just want to get the concept and the cycle in place. All right. So remember, you can sit with your back straight. You can take a support for your back. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit in Vajrasana, whatever position, but try to keep your back erect and straight. If you're in a wheelchair with a slight hunch, that is okay. You can actually put a pillow behind you to support your back. The idea is your entire chest region has to open up. Okay. When we open up, our ribs expand. Okay. And we take in more air. Another beautiful posture for is always try to keep your shoulders, we usually sit like this. Try to keep your shoulders straight and roll them back a little bit. So that opens your chest. If you put your hands on your chest and you roll back your shoulders, you'll find that your rib cage expands and your lungs are beneath that. You can take in more oxygen. All right, let's start that. 3 counts, inhale, exhale. Try to do these exercises with your eyes closed so you kind of memorize the cycle and you are focused on your breath cycle. All right, so we close our eyes and we take our first inhale. I hope all of you did your walk. Always remember to do a walk, even if it's 5 minutes before your breathing exercises. Let's close our eyes and do an inhale. Hold. And a slow exhale through your nostrils. A lot of you will be saying, oh, this is so easy. Yes, everything in life is easy, but it's useless if we don't practice it. You see, simplicity works for the human body. We don't need complication. We need simplicity, okay? When you meet with an accident or you're breathless or whatever, what do? They don't do any complex procedure on you, the doctors. The first thing they do is put an oxygen mask on your face. Simplicity. The same thing that you can do right now. Breathe again. 2 more sets. Inhale. Remember, as you inhale, now if you can coordinate the diaphragmatic breathing, as you inhale, your tummy should rise, hold, and as you exhale, your tummy should go down. So now you want to kind of, tie in the diaphragmatic breathing with the deep breathing that we're doing. All right, let's do the third time, okay? Inhale, the tummy rises, hold, comfortable level, then gently exhale through your nostril. If you found this difficult, reduce the hold, but let the inhale be good and let the exhale be almost the same time as the inhale. Preferably, I would like you to reach to a point where the exhale is longer than the inhale. Okay, so that's number 1. Let's go to number 2. This is called box breathing. Again, it may be something that you've done, but extremely important to train your lung capacity. So especially if you have symptoms like wheezing, chest tightness because you can't breathe the right way, shortness of breath again, and you have mucus. This box breathing can help with all 4 of them. All right, so let's start. Box breathing is very simple. I'll give you a count now. You can take 2 seconds or 3 seconds, okay? Your comfort level. You inhale for 3 seconds or 2 seconds. You hold for 3 seconds or 2 seconds. Keep it the same, 3, 3, 3, 3 or 2, 2, 2, 2. Then you exhale for 3 seconds, and then the space between your exhale and your next inhale, you try to keep 3 seconds, okay? So it's like a box, okay? Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and then hold again, and then inhale. So it's like a box, all right? Now, comfort level, if you can't do 3 seconds, do 2 seconds. The space between your exhale and your inhale is very powerful for you because it teaches your lungs to do without oxygen, and the carbon dioxide is already expelled from your system. So this increases your capacity of hemoglobin to actually hold on to oxygen, which is very, very important because when we get stressed out, what happens? We find that we don't breathe, right? So when we don't breathe, we don't want to put the body into stress mode, but our bodies and cells should have held on to enough to hold you for that moment that you're not breathing. So this is a beautiful exercise to strengthen your capacity and your lungs. Let's start with box breathing, okay? Close your eyes, inhale 3, hold 3, exhale 3 through your nostrils, and hold 3 before your next inhale. Inhale 3, hold 3, exhale 3, and hold 3 until the next exhale. Once more, inhale 3, hold 3, exhale 3, and hold 3. You can do each of these exercises 6 to 8 times. When you finish box breathing, 6 to 8 counts, you're not going to feel like opening your eyes. You're going to feel so calm, because again, you've oxygenated cells in your brain all over your body. And when your body gets what it needs, okay, it maintains something called homeostasis, which means everything is working fine in the body. When you're out of homeostasis, the body moves into stress mode. The body is only in relaxation mode when you are in homeostasis, which means everything's fine. Your pressure, everything's working the right way. So we must try to achieve homeostasis with our breath. Our breath is the biggest indicator. If I make you run right now and you start breathing shallow, you're out of homeostasis. Okay, your body prepares you for fight and flight. If I make you relax, do 6 deep breaths, homeostasis again. That's why they put oxygen on any accident victim, irrespective, homeostasis, because they know the patient is in a state of shock. First, resume homeostasis. Okay, that's very important. Let's do the third exercise. Now, this is powerful for people who have a lot of mucus buildup, a lot of congestion. And if you live in polluted areas and you're breathing in a lot of pollution, the Huff method is brilliant for mucus, for pollution. It's like a detox of the lungs. Now, be careful of this. If you have weak lungs, okay, this may tire you out, okay? So Listen to my instructions, try it. If you feel it's too much for you, reduce it, or do all the other exercises until you become stronger to do the Huff method. Okay, so this is really simple. Okay, listen carefully, I'm going to explain it. So I inhale, nice and slow, easy pace, through my nose, okay? And then I open my mouth and I'm going to make the ha sound, ha, like I'm laughing, ha, 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 okay? So I inhale. So before I can even inhale again after the first, I'm pushing out 3 ha's. So I'm, all right? Now you may find your entire diaphragm really move. So again, if you are really weak right now, you may want to do it this way without jerking. See, I'm doing it. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it this way. Or you may want to start off with just 1, okay? Informed decision. Don't let anyone tell you what you can do and what you cannot do, because everyone is unique and different. Try it on your own. Even if you're weak, the first isn't going to kill you. So don't worry about that. You can do, feel good, still feel good, you're done for day 1. Okay, don't push this. If it's difficult, take a break. If you're okay, no symptoms at all, as you get better and better, all right, now while you do this, you may cough. That's a good sign, because why are you coughing? You're loosening up mucus in your lungs. Remember that. Okay, that's the beauty of this exercise. Do not push it. Let's try it right now, everyone. Okay, back straight, shoulders roll back, open up your entire chest, expand your rib cage. Inhale, open your mouth. Inhale. Inhale. You'll find if you want to cough, that means you have mucus in you. It's the best way to reduce your mucus. After you finish this exercise, it's always good to settle down and have a nice warm or lukewarm mug of water. In that water, you can put a couple of tulsi drops if you want, or just keep it simple and have warm water, because you loosened up the mucus. You want to loosen it up more. Or some people who have a lot of congestion, finish the ha method of breathing and immediately do steam inhalation. So you see, these are the basic fundamentals of breathing, and after that, you can build on it. I would ideally advise my patients with any lung issue to finish this, do steam inhalation, or finish this and have a nice hot, not very hot, warm hot water of, you know, a mug of water with a little bit of tulsi drops in, because that really loosens up the mucus. And after that, it's normal for you to cough, because coughing is trying to get the mucus out of your system. So that's the body's natural mechanism to help you expel the mucus. So these are 3 exercises. Let's quickly go over it again. It's normal deep breathing, where you inhale, hold, and exhale. Exhales, try to make it longer than your inhale. We move to box breathing, where it is 3 inhale, 3 exhale, 3 inhale, 3 hold, 3 exhale, 3 hold, like a box. Practice that. The more you practice it, the more it becomes a neural circuit in your mind. And then after a while, you just find yourself normally breathing this way. And the third, for people who live in polluted areas, people who have a lot of mucus, weak lungs, shortness of breath, is the Huff method, where you inhale gently, you open your mouth and you gently, or you, okay, or as if your lungs are strong, you go. So you can hear a lot is coming out of my mouth in terms of the exhalation. It's powerful. Okay, you're actually pumping out everything from your lungs. So it's a kind of a detox. Have a great morning, everyone. You may want to stay for 5 minutes after this call and re-practice yesterday's session and today's session. Tomorrow we'll go over everything together. We'll practice it together. And that's the end of our morning breathing exercises classes for a while. Have a great morning, everyone. And next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.